Now, number 4, disciplinary. Now, what does this mean? Let's break it down by finding out what it is defined as. What is a disciplinary? Of, for, or constituting discipline, enforcing or administering discipline. What is discipline? Training to act in accordance with rules, drill, says military discipline, an activity, exercise, or regimen that develops or improves a skill. Training. Sticking to specific and regular meal times is an excellent discipline for many dieters. That's just an example. A branch of instruction or learning, punishment inflicted by way of correction and training, right? Pay attention. Punishment inflicted by way of correction and training. I had to say it again. The rigor or training effect of experience, adversity, etc. Behavior in accord with rules of conduct. Behavior and order maintained by training and control. A set or system of rules and regulations. Now, having the definition of what a disciplinary is and what discipline is, the task or skill the man needs when he sits can be described as the creator, protector, and enforcer of a set of moral standards within the household. Boom. There we go. I'm the dude that makes the rules and I set and enforce them jammies. If you're not trying to be in that household, I wouldn't say, don't say this to your children because some of them be like, well, I'm leaving then. Goofy, you handing them L's. But this is a huge, but yes, that's the task. I'm going to say it again. The creator, protector, and enforcer of a set of moral standards within the household. This is a huge task because it will affect the household forever. Now, this is given to the head because he's able to do so. This is also why it's so important for the two, man and woman, to have discipline on their own, right? One, so they can keep themselves right, and two, so they can teach their children also. Proverbs 22:15 states, foolishness is bound up in the heart of children. The rod of discipline, correction, administered by godly wisdom and loving kindness will remove it far from him. Foolishness is natural in the heart. Natural. It's going to happen. You naturally going to be foolish. The rod of discipline is there to correct and fix those issues, right? Which I think a lot of people have different ideas of what it is. And to me, I think you have to be balanced. Like nowadays, what I see a lot of times, it's people who are so soft on discipline where stuff's still not getting done. Like I've seen so many bad kids, just an array of them, and it's all these same ideas, right? And all them kids about to be bad. You feel me? Because I can just tell that there's not a balance in me stopping you from doing what you're doing. And then even the fathers that I see in these scenarios, they seem weaker because of this, because of how their children are acting. Again, like I said, respect goes on levels. My wife needs to respect me, my children need to respect me, you feel me, stuff like that. So if any of them move like they not, a man's gonna feel uncomfortable and not like that, right? It's gonna mess him up. It's gonna mess him up because ain't nobody else gonna see him or respect him neither. And that's something that a man he really needs. So if he's not getting respect from nobody, then do you feel me? That's hurting your boy heart. Now, I have to speak on the issues many have with this position. I have like two of them. So it's I'm gonna just break them down so that we can address the issues. Mistreatment of power. Many hear rod of discipline and think of the worst example, unfortunately. That's the other side where it's like you beating your kids because he tripped, or you beating up your kids and something like that. He's leaving scars and all that other stuff, which, again, wrong. Both sides wrong. Not doing nothing, wrong. Doing everything but not helping them at all, you feel me, wrong. When I speak on it, I speak from a place of being in rightfully disciplining and guiding your family, not an abuse or mistreatment of power. Ephesians 6:4 states, Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in discipline and instruction of the Lord. Another one, Colossians 3:21, Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. Now, this is pretty much telling fathers, do what you got to do as a disciplinary, right? But you can't, of course, not do anything because it's said that you have to do something. But then you also can't provoke them to do wrong, evil, move foul, discourage them and stuff like that. The wrong level of discipline is going to do the opposite of what it needs to do, right? If every time I messed up, God just came down, and slapped me in my face, you feel me? He would not be the good father that he is today, but he is a good father. He does still correct. He still says, "Hey, that was wrong." He's not gonna be like, "Oh no, that's not wrong. It's fine. Let's do this instead." No, he's gonna tell you when it was wrong. No, that was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. You know what you know better. Da 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 da. There's still going to be correction. You have to be balanced. Not doing nothing, not doing everything. You feel me? So it's like it has to be balanced. Now, another issue that people have said, what about women? Men naturally and are more logical creatures, right? And women are more emotional. This fact pushes the man to be more of the tough love instead of the soft hand. Tough love being the one who can make decisions and move outside of feeling too softly and emotionally of too softly and emotionally towards the children, right? This allowing him to love and still soundly give discipline when needed. Men taking this position allows a woman to be the more nurturing force, right? She can handle and feel emotions better, so she is naturally better at nurturing. In many cases, I've seen a son after a certain age will see his mother as a woman to be loved than a disciplinary figure to be respected. An older male keeps that position of being a respected disciplinary because his role changes as he guides the young man into manhood. Boys begin to think mom doesn't understand she's a girl, which makes him find out things on his own without a male influence around. And you need both. I'm pausing because I got more to say, but you need both. I need the woman needs to be this have the ability to nurture and take care of the seed that the man had put. The seed is discipline, acting a certain way, being right, moving correctly, stuff like that. But he needs to be that. The thing is, like, if you plant a seed, you can't just throw it on the ground and then just hope that it's going to be there. No, you're going to have to push that jammy a little bit. It has to go in the ground and it has to stay. It got to be there. So the seed is now there. What does the mother do? The mother nurtures it and it grows up, and then you grow to be better. Now, if you don't have any part of that aspect, right, or you only have one part of that, you only got the seed and you da 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 da, it's going to be hard to nurture it and grow it because you just have that, what's it called? It can, you feel me, and you have solid foundation and it's in there, the seed is in there, but it's going to be harder to nurture it now. If you only have the nurturing part, you're gonna be watered, but there ain't nothing growing. There ain't nothing gonna be growing. So it's like now they have to go find their own seed, put their seed in there. It could be a seed of mass destruction. You're gonna put it in there. She's gonna nurture whatever she's gonna nurture you in general, and then whatever grows is not. It doesn't mean that's gonna be right. You feel me? Because you didn't have both aspects. You need both so that you can grow into it's the most ideal situation. There's a lot of people who have made it without the ideal situation, and I put 100% of that on God, right? 100% of that on God. But the thing is, you want to be as close to ideal as possible. Ideal situation, father, mother come together, raise their child. You feel me? And then they get help with the community. This father mother balance is needed, and without it, both children, son and daughter, can move the wrong way. The importance of this can be given in this verse. And this is, I'm giving you a decent amount. Tripping. Hebrews 12:5-11. And it states, and have you forgotten the exhortation that addresses you as sons? My son, do not regard lightly the discipline of the Lord, nor be weary when reproved by him. For the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and chastises every son whom he receives. It is for discipline that you have to endure. God is treating you as sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? If you are left without discipline in which all have participated, then you are illegitimate children and not sons. Besides this, we have had earthly fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them. Shall we not much more be subject to the Father of spirits and live? Meaning, if the Lord Himself is a disciplinary, right, and He is a good Father. He's described to be as a good Father, and He does so to the sons He loves. If your daddy not disciplining you at all, you feel me? Like I said, man's going to spend money on the things he loves, right? But he's also going to discipline the things he loves also. If he not disciplining you, yo daddy, you better check your daddy because he needs to start loving you better. Because the thing is, a level of discipline in life, it's going to show you what life is likely to be like, and how they will treat you before you get out there. So you'll know how to move if your father disciplining you. If you don't, you're gonna go crazy, and then the world's gonna discipline you. At the end of the day, somebody's gonna discipline you. It's best to have your father do it before the world does. You feel me? Because when the world do it, sometimes you don't get no second chances. You get smoked. There's no grounding. It's just prison or worse. Now, number 5, seed, spiritual lead, which I realize it can be a combination of the word, but seed, the spiritual lead. With all these tasks already mentioned, the religious aspect also goes to the father. Yes, a mother can be religious and of the faith, but for it to truly stick, like I said earlier, stick, planted in the ground, stick, as the disciplinary, it will stick more of the father if the father is attached to. Again, this task isn't easy, and as you teach and lead your family, you must always stay close to God and righteousness to properly be the lead of your household. As you follow God, your family follows you. As you steer away from God, your family will still follow, but they're following in the wrong direction. So if you going wrong, your family going wrong. If you going right, your family going right. You feel me? So that's what you want to do. You need to be that spiritual lead that, again, plants the seed in the ground, mother nurtures it, it comes up. For an example, because I'm about to read the scripture, a decently long scripture, but I had a friend in college, right, whose father kind of juggled with two different religions, right? I think it was being a Muslim and then being a Christian, right? And I think his mother was just Christian, or like she wasn't juggling both, she just had one, right? He struggled figuring it out for himself because his dad switched up so much. Now the mama didn't switch up. Mama didn't switch up. She was on what she was on. But the dad switching up still made him and it's the same and I've seen another situation, even being here. I've seen families where the mother will bring the children to church, right? But their beliefs match their fathers that don't go to church. You feel me? So it's like the father has to be that spiritual lead and lock in and plant that seed so the mother can nurture it. If there's nobody to plant that seed, the mother can nurture whatever she wants, but it doesn't mean it's gonna grow. You feel me? That's why you need both. Again, that's why you need both. Ideal situation, both. Now, Deuteronomy 28, 1 through, I don't know where I'm about to end. I think maybe 6 or 8. But I'm going to read it. Follow along if you would like. And if you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God, being careful to do all his commandments that I command you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you. If you obey the voice of the Lord your God, blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of your womb, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of your herds, and the youth of your flock. Blessed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Meaning, as you follow God, you feel me? You take on his discipline, listen to his commandments and the thing he tells you. your he will set you high above all the nations of the world, and everything attached to you will be fruitful and multiply and stuff like that. Now, there's a difference between that, right? Setting your mind on God and doing the things of God, and then what the world be trying to feed you. You feel me? Just because you follow in Christ doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't mean you're not going to be a millionaire. But at the same time, everything in your life is still going to be fruitful and stuff like that, even if it's just at this level. There's plenty of stuff that the world will try and feed you and tell you that, oh, you're going to be a billionaire if you follow God, all this other stuff. Ain't nobody saying that. We not yelling that over here. Everything, your life can look a certain way and be amazing, spiritually wise, right? But it won't look like the same thing as the world will look like. You feel me? And you will still go through certain issues and all that other stuff, because you're gonna go through trial and tribulations as a Christian in general, but God's got you, so it's like, hey, I still got you, so you good. Now, number 6, the final one. This is extremely important. Example. You are an example. Now, this again is extremely important for the aspect of a man leading and starting a family. The man is an example for his wife and children in separate ways. We must be a man of substance, honor, respected, and a positive role model. In 1 Timothy 3:2, Amplified Version says, now an overseer must be blameless and beyond reproach, the husband of one wife, self-controlled, sensible, respectable, hospitable, able to teach. You feel me? So like, I have to have all these aspects about myself so that I can be blameless and beyond reproach, so that I can look good for my family. They'll follow me as the example. Because it's extremely important to be the example of your household. If they don't have an example of what to do, and you're not that example, there are so many things, so many places that can go wrong, right? So many places. And let me get to it. In a book titled Fatherless Generation, Redeeming the Story by John Sawyer, it goes, let's say Sower, John Sower. It goes into detail how the father is the example for his children. Let's go over it. First, for the daughters. She clings to how the father treats the mother. She sees how he is and seeks a man to do the same. This teaching her how she should be treated without this example, right? She has no example of love and will seek it, unfortunately, in other men. That's when you see these situations where a girl will be more promiscuous, do things to get boys' attention, all that other stuff, because she don't have that father figure. You feel me? And it starts when you're young, and it can go all the way till God heals that in you. You feel me? So it's like, just because you realize it's an issue doesn't mean that you stopping the action attached to that issue. You feel me? So girls will seek out other men. You feel me? A lot of times when she don't have that example. Now, if she has that example, she will seek out men. You feel me? To treat her like her father treated the mother, and how he also treated her. So it's like, if you're not moving like my daddy move, no, bye, goodbye, move on. You feel me? So it's important to understand and know that as a man, you got to be there for your children. And that's just daughters. Next, for the sons, he learns how to properly love a woman through seeing how his father treats his mother, right? Many times we see the negative from this, but a good example is needed to further good men. Without this, men tend to listen to a misguided parent, or will follow what he finds and learns from outward sources. The book also states that a young man is more likely to join a gang, right? Seeking out a male role model. So this job isn't easy, but can become easier with a relationship with God. God's guidance and wisdom can lead you into a right way of living to be that example. So it's like, sons seek out role models to be like and follow. You feel me? Or they'll follow what their mama said. But if you just follow just what your mama said, you feel me, versus having both balance, you feel me, like a lot of times, mama be making these boys into simps. Sorry, I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, just having daddy, sometimes they be making you into pimps. You feel me? So it has to have again that balance. I have to respect. I have to respect and treat women properly, but I also have to be treated properly and respected. Now, also, boys tend to go to gangs, especially in the environment. It's going to be a group of men who are trying to learn how to be men. So you all huddle up together and do gang stuff. You feel me? And that's not a good way to go neither. You feel me? Because a boy needs that role model. I need somebody to look up to that looks like me, who moving like I move, who has the same issues I have. And if I don't have that, I'm gonna seek that out in the wrong places. You know. Now, girls, being that I don't have that example, I don't know how a man should love me. You feel me? I don't know what a proper man looks like. You feel me? I seek it out from other men. You feel me? And usually, I do things to garner their attention, which isn't always good. You feel me? So then now I don't have that example. So now I'm more likely to move promiscuously, dress a certain way, do all this other stuff that is ultimately disrespecting myself. You feel me? But I don't understand how to respect myself because I never had that role model. That is the importance of the good example. So that's why you got to, if you're going to sit at this table, men, you got to be able to be a good example. If you don't want your son doing the mess you doing, you feel me, check it now, you feel me, because he's going to look at you. He's going to see the stuff you're doing. He's going to see how you move and he's going to understand. He's going to see that. The way you treat your woman and your wife and all that other stuff, if you're not ready to sit at this table again and be that example, your daughter going to see that. So if you doing wrong by her mama, she going to see that, see it as this is how a man treats a woman. She going to follow and perpetrate that, and then trickle effect. That's why we need good men, you feel me, to be sitting at this table and stop playing. You feel me? Stop playing. We need you to be good men. Sit at this table, stop playing. Like, for real. I said it like 50 times. But don't waste time if you don't have these things in place. You feel me? Or you're ready to do these things. It's not easy sitting at the table. There are many things that if you mess up could have lasting repercussions. But we have the space to learn and do the best we can. Any serious relationship takes work. With these past two episodes, I hope we gain more wins than losses in relationship. The thing is, even if you're in a situation now, you got a kid, you got a wife, all that other stuff, you can still listen to this and work towards all these things. You feel me? These things will help you significantly. You feel me? Significantly, it'll help you. And then even having number one space, I'm just doing as much as I can. But number one spot is having a relationship with God and moving in that way. And the best means is that having a relationship and moving for Christ. I'm telling you that now. Stop playing. Stop playing. Now, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please share it with somebody else. Show somebody else. Even if it's your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and blah, blah, blah. Show them this video. Get them learned up and put them on game, you feel me? And then like spread the word out, and then hopefully we can have good men, you feel me, from this. Now, next episode, ladies who are watching, it's her plate for him. So definitely enjoy. I hope you enjoyed me getting on the man and hey, y'all gotta do y'all blah blah blah, right? But now y'all got y'all plate. But now y'all got y'all plate from him. Now it's your turn to give your plate to him. You feel me? So girls next episode. Thank you for watching. Till next time.